Hello and welcome back to Become a God. Last time I played Blue-Red Gem Shell, I had a pretty good streak off the video, but then when I started to record the matches I showed you, I didn't do too well. But we had some great matches, especially the mirror against Jungwoo. So it's cool to see Blue-Red Gem Shell picking up in popularity on the ladder and other players trying it out. I did play some games off video again, and I have climbed up to rank 4. Currently on a win streak, so I'm hoping going forward now I can continue that win streak. We can get to God rank pretty soon. But yeah, we're going to get into some matches with this deck. We're going to keep riding it out because I feel like it's a pretty strong deck. It has a lot of potential and it's quite unique. We haven't seen much of this deck outside of Essa Dawn's build, which was featured on this channel few months ago now. We've had a lot of Yellow Rush, a lot of Blue-Green Ramp, so it's nice to have something different, a breath of fresh air, and I'm hoping this deck catches on in our metagame. So let's get into the matches, and hopefully I can keep this win streak and perform a little better in this video. Alright guys, first match, looking pretty good with the Divine Guardian in our opening hand. I feel we can just throw these two away and we can go from there. Oh, we have the Ground Shaker as well to boot. With the Divine Guardian, this is awesome. I really like these two starting off. I prefer Divine Guardian Ground Shaker over Divine Guardian because I want this lethal prevention to trigger. And then I want to play another Divine Guardian straight after, ideally. So yeah, looking pretty good so far. We have the Ground Shaker as well to protect our Divine Guardian. So say a special land comes here, or a creature comes here, I can play the Ground Shaker in front to protect it. Ooh, the King. You know what? Let's do it. Now, it's not very often I would do this, but against Yellow Rush, definitely. They can't choke in sand this. Can't last Nightmare it either, so anything that comes down, I'm gonna get value out of this King. This is a pretty powerful play against Yellow Rush. Because what's the worst thing that's gonna happen here for me? We got no Flash Salmon Demon Wranglers anymore, so feel pretty good about that. It's gonna be Shaitan Demon. I might be able to get 2 procs out of this. That's what I'm hoping at least. So yeah, let's see what we get from this. Hopefully not a Divine Guardian. Good old Garadan. Yeah, I'll take that. That's pretty good. And we'll pass. Oh, she's lurking today, guys. I can't really stop her. So going to move around. I wonder if it's going to take the aggressive desert on the side. I was curious because I was wondering if it was worth making the mountain there. And yeah, excuse the tail. Come on then, sit here. Come on. No, she's not interested. She's more interested in what I'm doing, but not interested enough to actually sit down with me and play some Faeria. That's fine. So we can just Garadan this. We should Garadan this now, in my opinion. Simply because I set up a double collector on the left-hand side, and I get another proc of this. Potentially. And we can sit that in the middle. Yeah, well we'll just Garadan that board. I quite like it. Our opponent's taking complete control of the right-hand side, so Crystal Flower is definitely something that could happen right now. I have seen Yellow Rush using Crystal Flower recently, and it's usually Magnus that gets swallowed. But when my opponent's on one desert, I'm not going to be too worried about that. Follower? Yeah, I'll take that. If it doesn't get sacrificed to the Demon Wrangler, I'm in a pretty good spot because I get, all these procs. But I'm probably just going to line up a Firestorm here, actually. It's nice and clean. It clears out everything. Unless I just go for an Ogre Battler on this spot. But then my opponent could Nightmare. Yeah, let's take double neutral. Let's get this Faeria as well. We'll take the An Archon, that's not too bad. I can dig an Archon right now. So I am playing into Doomsday a little bit, but I don't think Yellow Rush runs Doomsday, to be honest. I'm just playing around the fact that my opponent isn't running Doomsday. That's pretty good. Alright, 6 damage, and that's going to be the first win. You know, this deck does very well against Yellow Rush. I haven't lost a game to Yellow Rush with this yet. Recently, at least off stream, I don't recall losing to Yellow Rush during one of my videos. But I feel if you are seeing a bit of Yellow Rush on the ladder, this deck's fantastic for dealing with it. There's so much AoE removal. It's very easy to just wipe Yellow Rush's board. It's just the Zealous Crusaders that become problems. But if you've got Ogre Battlers and, you know, the Gemshell Tortoise, you're going to have enough power to at least manage them. So this deck does very well against Yellow Rush. And if you are playing against a lot of it, give it a shot. Alright guys, another game going against a Godrun player. So we're going against a high quality player. I thought that said Yellow Rush then. It didn't. Nah, I guess I just throw everything. You know, I'd like to Ogre Dance. But I drew the Dream again, the Dream Collectors, Divine Guardian, and Ground Shaker. And now I can put Divine Guardian on this side, which is always very nice. Let's do that. This has easily become one of my favorite cards as of recently. It's just such a solid card. It collects Faeria, it's cheap. Your opponent has to kill it or kill before they can kill you. It's so good. I'm a big fan of this card. Double Mochi. I wonder if this is blue-red, like we saw earlier. I think I want to be a bit more proactive this game. Because Mochi tells me this deck's going to be slow. I don't know. It's hard to say right now. I mean, I could go to the left-hand side. I could go up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm looking at 5 lands here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna take a mountain here and pass. So yeah, it's gonna be a blue-red. Now I have seen some blue-reds running Mochis and all sorts of stuff. Oh wow, I have the double Ground Shaker follow-up. Yeah, let's take a lake here. We're going to play aggressively. We're going to wait until next turn and go for the double Ground Shaker and just kill both Mochis in one. And then I can play the Ground Shaker in an aggressive position. Okay. Now I do need to be aware of Firestorms. My opponent could be running triple Firestorm Garridan like I am. It's hard to tell these days really. If I do see bargain variants of blue-red, I do strongly assume that it's just going to be, there are going to be Firestorms. But if I don't see them, if I see like the Mochi variant, I have to question like, do they run the Firestorm package? Because Mochi actually doesn't trigger on Firestorm. Yeah, so kind of hard to say, really. Yeah, we're just going to go for a good old Ogre Battler here. We can move this up. We can move this up. So you can see we've been quite aggressive here for a control deck, but in control mirrors, you have to decide, are you going to be the aggressor or are you going to be the defender? And I decided in this matchup, actually, I'm going to be the aggressor, simply because this deck does pack a lot of big creatures, like the Ogre Battlers, Archons, Ground Shakers, just to name a few. That's my plan. What's this gonna be? 6 Faeria. Oh, a 2-cost Gemshell Tortoise from the Mochi, so the Mochis reduce the cost of that. Into Frogify, very interesting. So yeah, this might not be running the Firestorms. So I guess I cleared this and I make a land here. Gonna move this over. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass because I want the Gem Shell Tortoise next turn. Currently I don't have enough Faeria. Yeah, so I'm hoping to just drop that Gem Shell just to challenge my opponent's central Gem Shell Tortoise. Water Elemental. Okay. So I really want Firestorms off this now. Alright, let's see what we get. That's really awkward. That is really awkward. I think Ogre Dance is one of the worst procs you can get off Gem Shell in this deck. Because at least with Bold Bargainer, you get a creature. With Ogre Dance, like a 1 cost. I don't know, it's tough to say, really. I'm just not really a fan of finding Ogre Dance. So it's going to be double Firestorm from my opponent. So my opponent is playing the double Firestorm, but also playing the Water Elementals and the Mochi. So just kind of giving up on the bargain package and going more for like land ramp and cost reduction, which is fair enough. But now I don't have a lot of Faeria to work with, which is kind of sad. I do want to take an Archon here. To make sure I can defend. I need to get Archon and Divine Guardian out of my hand this turn, ideally. So let's do this. We put a solid defender down, which potentially trades with this Archon, depending on if my opponent plays another 7 cost plus, which I think I'm okay with. And I can go into Ogre Dance, hopefully not hit my other Ogre Dance. And hopefully hit my Gem Shell, then copy some Firestorms. That would be ideal. +1. Oh no, that is not what I wanted to draw. Okay. Oh right, okay. Things are looking up. That's not too bad. But I need to play these before I can get anything going with another Ogre Dance. I think I'm taking a draw here. Windfall, okay. Archon is a really good hit from Gem Shell Tortoise. 1 cost 6 6s with charge 2. Can't really go wrong with that. Bargain. So there are... See, this is interesting because now there's bargains in here as well. I would never want to bargain a Water Elemental. Seems kind of strange. Grand Shaker. Hit me for free. Okay. Yeah, okay. I wanna clear this out. Okay, this could be interesting. 7 costs though. I could get it reduced to 0 with an Ogre Dance. I currently have an amazing Ogre Dance hand. But we've seen Frogify in this build. We've seen 1. There's 2 kings. Can't Frogify them all, right? I'm thinking this variation runs the Bold Bargainers, but doesn't run the Ogre Dances. I could be proven wrong, but... Where's the space of everything? That's my question. This could be an Archon, maybe? A Phantasm. Okay. That's not fair. I didn't want to draw that card. Okay, that's fine. Just taking an Ogre Battler here because we have an aggressive lake in the bottom. This can collect off this well and it can protect our life. And our opponent has no cards now. We have tons of cards. We have a lot of powerful things coming up. 4 cost 6/6, 7 cost Magnus. We have a lot of strong cards. My opponent's probably going to draw and pass here. I'd be very surprised to see anything else. Emperor's Command, that's pretty solid for us. I'm just going to go for Magnus this turn, I think. Stick it right in the middle. It's got charge 3, so it gets a lot of reach from this position. I can hit Orb, I can clear Bold Bargainers. I only need double neutral here to actually get to my opponent's Orb. So yeah, I feel this is a pretty solid place. Goes for a Windfall. So I can Emperor's Command this next turn if I don't get a Ground Shaker. And I can just start picking off these Bold Bargainers and cleaning up the board. Takes a draw. 14 Faeria to work with. Phantasm? No, just an Archon. Okay. Right, that's a Firestorm. I think I'm gonna just Emperor's Command this. Then zip to here to collect. Let's kill this Bold Bargainer. See what we draw. A Bold Bargainer! Of all the things. Yeah, we can clear this out. Use trade now. Take an aggro. Aggro here. Aggro Archon. Yeah, sweet. Alright, we can just take a Faeria and pass. So we can go into Windfall next turn. Get a ton of Faeria back. We'll be matching our opponent in Faeria then. But we should have hand advantage. We have board advantage right now. Now, I could get double Firestormed, which would be pretty sad. But I'm not even that bothered, really, with that Phantasm. That Phantasm's just fine. I'm absolutely fine with that. So we'll move up here. We'll move up here. We'll go to challenge this. We might as well. Move this here. Take the Windfall. Take the Magnus. +1 and pass. Sitting on 10 Faeria, 3 cards in hand, and we have board control. Potentially quad collecting as well. And that Magnus, represents me drawing all sorts of nonsense that my opponent has to answer. Firestorms, Garradans. It's a lot of pretty terrifying cards I could draw off Magnus in this deck. Gemshield Tortoise is a pretty good pickup here, as long as it doesn't hit stuff like Mochis and Water Elementals. That would be awful. And this is where Gemshield, I think, gets weaker in these less greedier versions. Like the pure bargain versions, like even some of the lower cost cards like Divine Guardian aren't that bad in some situations. Because when you get an aggro down, like having multiple Divine Guardians to keep you alive could be very valuable. But like I would never want to draw a Water Elemental off Gemshield Tortoise. That'd be awful. Especially in this situation, you want to be drawing power cards. And this version of the deck, see, Water Elemental is just so bad here because it just gets, the Firestorm just eats it. Against other decks, it's not too bad, but in the mirror, it's just not good at all. And there we have it. That's probably just going to seal the game for me. I might as well hit Orb first, see if I draw anything else. 0 cost Firestorm. Are we on 7 cards? Could have moved the Divine Guardian to double collection instead of +1. It kind of represents the same thing, but I'm in a pretty good position here. Ground Shaker coming down defensive. Let's go in. Absolute madness. That's lethal. Does frogify my my king? My king has already got the value. Bold Bargainer. Oh man. I should have set up the battler that turn, I think. Man, I could even dream at this point if I had access to it. So my opponent's last turn, potentially. I mean, Fatigue is going to kill my opponent anyway. And now that Magnus has been frogified, I'm not drawing any additional cards. I'm going to get a well played here. It's nice to see a different variation of Gemshell Tortoise. Like I said, this version with the Water Element ult might do better against mid-range decks where, you know, getting additional creatures on board is very helpful, but in a mirror match, the greedier variant is probably going to win, and we saw that last episode when Jungwoo played the Ice Rock Behemoths in the mirror. So, like, how do I deal with Ice Rock Behemoths without Frogify? So this version might actually do better against an Ice Rock Behemoth version because, you know, Ice Rock Behemoths are expensive, and they're very vulnerable to cards like Frogify and Mirror Phantasm. Whereas this version, not so much. You know, I'm looking to get big wombo combos off with Firestorms and stuff like that. So I feel this version has just a better matchup against the Mochi Water Elemental variant. But the Mochi Water Elemental variant might have a better matchup against the Ice Rock version. Lots of different varieties and ways you can build Blue-Red Gemshell. Fantastic archetype. Let's get into some more matches and keep climbing. Alright guys, into another match. Ooh, you know how much I like Ground Shaker turn 2? I'll keep it. Okay, fair enough. If that's what you want to do with me, game, that's absolutely fine. Now, me and Tobal played earlier, and we played a mirror match, I believe. Yep, we played a mirror match, and I was able to be a little bit more aggressive than my opponent and start applying pressure. It's nice to see this deck being played by other players as well. Like I said, lots of fun. Probably my favorite deck in the game right now. I was a big fan of it on the Meteor variant, but it just wasn't as solid because of how powerful Ramp and Rush was, but now they've been toned down. This deck does have a fighting chance. Goes for a dance. It's going to pass. Okay. We'll go for a lake here and we'll pass. So we're starting to move up. We're both going down the opposite side. I haven't played this mirror match nearly enough to give you any good tips on it. I played it twice, I think. Maybe this is my second ever time playing against this mirror. I can't exactly say straight off the top of my head. But yeah, I think I'm going to take double neutral this turn and go for the Divine Guardian. Move this up to collect here. And then play a Magnus on this tile and start applying pressure. Now I can play quite aggressively for a control deck, for playing a control deck, and I generally play mid-range decks in card games and tempo-orientated decks, so that kind of part side of me kind of comes out a little bit. But I think, like I said, in control mirrors, one of you has to take the initiative and play more aggressively, and in this case it's gonna be me. In most cases, I'm generally not the control player in a mirror to sit back. I'm usually the more proactive control player, and that's basically because I have so much experience playing mid-range, and I'm kind of used to it. Now, I'm just hoping there's no mad Firestorm combo here, but it's hard to say. It could be just... we could see a Garadan into Firestorm. That's definitely likely. Oh, wow, that's not bad. So let's see what Magnus brings us first. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to take a lake here, go into the Windfall, go into the Archon, move this guy up, and I think I'll just take a dance now, where it's pretty good. And I'll pass, so look at me, very aggressive here. Just kind of banking on, but just playing to the odds that my opponent doesn't have like a ton of Firestorms. Might just have one here. I think one is just fine because I still get a draw off Magnus, which is a Gemshell Tortoise. And then my opponent's going to play a Gemshell Tortoise. It might just have to be... oh, wow, okay. So can I just go triple Gemshell Tortoise? Doesn't go for it. So I might need to go into double Ground Shaker here. I need another lake. Alright, let's take a Gemshell first. Pretty cool. Yeah, I guess I go double Windfall now. Might as well get that Faeria ready. I still have to crack this open before I can even set up lethal. I know my opponent has another Gemshell, so I can imagine a Gemshell coming down here, which is fine. I don't mind trading my Gemshells off. Just trade into here to push 5. Although I might pick up some Firestorm combo, that's what I'm hoping. Gemshell into Gemshell is some crazy stuff, especially in a mirror match. Being able to go, oh my goodness. So I need like Firestorm, I need like double Firestorm right now. If I draw double Firestorm, I probably just win. Oh, that Gemshell picked, wait. So, yeah, that Gemshell picked up Creation. Madness. Oh, if I had Gemshell, that would have picked up Firestorm. Oh, no. I should have went for it. I was thinking I'd draw first. I guess I should have Gemshelled first. That was a misplay. From me. See, I want to play Gemshell first. I guess, yeah, I guess I do, and just hope I draw Firestorms. Didn't draw them. Feels bad. That's such an awkward hand. Look how awkward this hand is. So if I picked up the Firestorms off the Gemshells, I could have double Firestormed, wiped the board, and I would have pushed much more damage than this. Well, my opponent is going to Gemshell, and is going to Creation a Gemshell, then Gemshell again. So this is where the Creation build can be pretty crazy if it goes off. I know I'm playing the Emperor's Command build, because I was playing a lot of Crystal Flowers in the previous episode, but the Creation build's probably just a little better, to be honest. Another Archon. And my own Divine Guardian. Feels good. Okay, we'll set this up down here. I'm just gonna have to sit back for a little bit and just try and get another Firestorm, I guess. But I know my opponent has another Gemshell. Yeah, I should have. I don't know. Like if I had gem shelled into that double firestorm, I would probably have won. But because I drew first, I mean it's pretty hard to know, right? If I was gonna get it, but gem shell gives me the highest chance of finding it. So yeah, I 100% should have went for it. My gem shells have been pretty sad in comparison. I don't think I can really prevent this. I think we just chill for now. I guess we need to find something better to do, because I know my opponent can just make more gem shell tortoises. I need to answer what's on board first before I start trying to invest AoE. Not that I have the AoE right now, but that's what I ideally need to start off with. Another Ground Shaker would be quite nice. I can just pick off the Divine Guardian. Let's go and face. I'm going to go for the... Okay. I was expecting the Divine Guardian to get beaten up there. To Magnus. Yeah, I don't think I'm winning this one, guys. Tasting my own medicine here. Ah, no, I don't want to draw stuff like this. Come on, let's take a draw. No. Yeah, we'll just surrender this one. I can't win this. The gem shell Aurora's creation, way too good. The gem shell into gem shell into gem shell into Aurora's creation into Archons. Not gonna happen, but good game. You know, mirror matches are always quite funny. That was could be quite snowbally. That was a good example of that. But we'll get into another game and see how we do. All right, another game, another God Ramp player. We've got the Dream in our hand right here, Divine Guardian. Bit slow here. Hopefully we're not playing against a too aggressive deck. We'll see it. We'll see what happens. Yep, get Divine Guardian down first. Easy play. Feels good. I'm happy I've got this. Like, even if I get these two cards, which are a bit clunky, actually Garadan can still be quite useful. Depends on the matchup. I mean, Garadan could be quite useful against yellow, depending on what style of yellow deck it is. If it's just like yellow tempo, you know, Garadan in combination with other things could be pretty good. Killing demons and chargers, fanatics, even Manta Riders. But yellow tempo could be one of the harder matchups, because yellow tempo just doesn't let you do anything. It just completely starves you of resources until it gets that win. So yeah, it could be difficult. So there's going to be a charger. Okay. I think I'm happy to take an Archon here. Because even if this comes down, it needs a campfire to finish me off. And if it does have if there is a campfire with the charger, I can just Emperor's Command it down. I could even pre-Emperor's Command it now if I wanted. Because it requires 2 events. Bargainer's not bad. The problem with Bargainer right now, if I hit Gemshell Tortoise and wait in 2 turns, I might need Garadan. I may need it. See if there's a mobility trick. Explore. Needs a soul drain. Okay. Trades. I'm fine with that. Oh, it's a mountain. Interesting. Let's take a mountain here. We'll go for the Bold Bargainer. And we hit good old Gary. Good old Gary Dan. I would have liked to hit the Gemshell Tortoise in that situation, because I'm planning to follow up with a Gemshell Tortoise. So a demon. Moves Flashwind. clear my Guardian. That's fine. I'm not too concerned about that. Go for a lake here, actually. No, actually, yeah, we'll go for a lake here. We'll go for the tortoise. Oh, that's pretty good. Gonna move away just in case there's the what's it called? The Kaleem's training. Kaleem's training to fly this down. Oh, there's a mobility trick. I think the mountain was a mistake, actually. I don't know if there's supposed to be a mountain here. Well, I guess we'll find out. Yep, Kaleem's training. Into a demon. I want a windfall. That's what I want to do. I want a double windfall. I could risk the Ogre Dance. I don't think it's that bad, actually. If it hits Garadan, it's absolutely awful, but if it doesn't hit Garadan, it's pretty good. If it hits Garadan, it's pretty good. Nice. If it doesn't hit Garadan, sorry. Okay, so we got some turns going on now. Feels good. Everything's going down. We'll go for a gem shell here and start collecting. Oof. I mean, why not? I have a massive board. My opponent probably doesn't have AoE. I think this is just yellow tempo with a mistake mountain. And now I have a really good board. It's going to be difficult to deal with this. Alright. So we can just sit on this. Making it more difficult for my opponent to be aggressive. Yep. Last nightmare, okay. Manta Rider. I was expecting a mobility trick there, maybe like a Fanatic to move the charger down, but no such thing, which is fine. So I'm trying to debate this down first, and then I can hit into it into Ground Shaker. That's why I'm not developing anything on the right hand side. And then I'm contesting this. I'm placing aggressive lands. I'm making sure my Archon has a path to move up, and a way to just clear out the Manta Rider. Now, Manta Rider trading these two off is not that bad for me. If I was to run the Archon into the Manta Rider, then the Manta was to finish off my Archon. There's actually one Faeria in my favor. Oh, playing a bit more defensive. Goes for a Colossus instead. Block me of some Faeria. Oh, okay. So I actually have a full clear. Apart from the Manta. Yeah, I'm going to start moving this over here. And I have a 6-6 and a 5-6 at my opponent's orb. It's not looking good, especially with those Ogre Battlers to follow up with. And there we have it. Going to take a win there against Yellow Tempo. Now, I feel that Yellow Tempo should actually do very well in that matchup, but I just had a crazy turn where my Ogre Dance hit the Bold Bargain, and my Bold Bargain hit the Windfall, then I was able to double Windfall and all that sort of nonsense, and I picked up like double AoE. And that's one of the powers of this deck. You know, you can just have one of those turns which just snowball you out of control. And that happened in the previous game. My opponent went Gem Shell into Aurora's Creation. So, you know, there's a lot of potential to kind of just run away with the game, really, and your opponent not having an opportunity to make a comeback because the play that was made was just too powerful. But yeah, good game to Yellow Tempo. We'll have one more to finish off this episode, and we might switch to another deck on the following episode. I haven't decided yet. If you guys are enjoying Gem Shell, be sure to let me know in the comments. But yeah, let's get into it. Final game. Alright guys, final match is going to be another blue-red Gem Shell mirror. Should I just be absolutely insane and go for just Magnus to kick things off? You know what? We're going to do it. We're going for the Magnus, guys. I got the same hand back. How? Why? We're going to change things up a little bit here. Oh. Take a lake, and then we're going to pass. Yeah, we're fine with Magnus for now, but we're going to try something that I've been curious about, which I haven't had a chance to experiment with yet, but the Lake Explore Lake Archon line as an opening setup over the Divine Guardian. This is something I have been curious about, and it'd be nice to put into practice this game. But I do want to get this Magnus down pretty soon if I can. It's been an Archon, okay. So we might be able to bargain our way out of this. We could just go like go dance. If we draw something of high cost at least, it could really work out for us. Into another Divine Guardian? No, into a Bold Bargain, okay. So we can collect here. Oh wow, that works out perfect for us. Okay. So I'll take an aggressive land. Dance. Ah, well, okay, that's fine. We'll just play this guy for now. So we're lining up for this bargain on the Magnus. I was hoping I'd hit the bargainer, then bargain into the Magnus, or just hit the Magnus, but we hit the Ogre Battler. But it wasn't too bad because we've put a 6/9 next to my opponent. Goes for the mountain. And take a lake here, and then just go in. Oh, wow, okay. Oh, want to play their own Ogre Battler. That's really smart. I like that. Oh, Empress Command, okay. Is that enough? No, it doesn't really do enough. Although, this goes up to a... Huh. So if I Empress Command this... Move +1 into Bold Bargainer... I can actually clear it without this dying. And then I have Magnus on the follow-up. My opponent is in the Gem Shell range, but I do have the Ogre Battler to kill it if I need to. Moves. Divine Guardian. Bold Bargainer. Okay. So mountain here. Move this down to collect. We will take care of this. I'll play the Magnus down. So we didn't bother clearing out the Bold Bargainer simply because I want to get some damage in. A 1-cost Gem Shell Tortoise feels good. Let's see what's picked up. Ogre Dance. +1 into Windfall. Into Ogre Dance. Into whatever this card is going to be. Which I think it's probably going to be another Gem Shell Tortoise. That's not very good. Yeah, let's do this. Windfall. Alright. Firestorm. Don't need to. I don't need to play anything this turn. No, actually, I'd like to play a Bold Bargainer. In between these. So I'm trying to keep my Ogre Battler alive here. Gonna clear Magus out. Yep. It's pretty good. Garadan? No, it's going to be another Grand Shaker. So I want to draw another Firestorm. That's the dream, guys. Yeah, that's the dream, like I said. Dreams don't always come true. I'm just deciding, do I clear this or do I push 6 damage? If I clear this, I protect my Gem Shell, and I could go Ground Shaker here. My opponent collects less Faeria, so I think that's a bit more important. I should have moved here, and I should have decided that first, because I missed a Faeria here now. Hopefully I'll get away with it. Takes a draw. I'm gonna have to start drawing cards now because I need these Ogre Dances to be as good as possible. Take a draw. This hand's pretty hilarious, to be honest. Just clearing up the Faeria Harvesters at this point, because if I got double Firestormed, my opponent would still have a creature remaining, which is something I don't want. Like, +1 Garadan's pretty strong here. But I would probably just kill the Garadan with the Gem Shell Tortoise anyway. Creation? No? Wouldn't be a Ground Shaker. To an Ogre Battler. Right, let's take a draw. This hand's really awkward. I'm going to roll the dice here. It's pretty good. Roll the dice again. It's not that great. So still keeping up the pressure here. We're locking our opponent out of Faeria Collective, which is more important for me. I can clear the Ogre Battler with this card or this card and the combination of the Bold Bargainer. Probably going to move this here. Yeah, we'll take a Windfall. take a draw. Oh, that would have been a nice copy. Now, respecting double Firestorm here. This +1 double Firestorm is a thing. Windfall. Okay. Firestorm. Okay. Garadan? No, just an Archon. Oh, this is just karma, guys. Feels good. Don't have to overextend here. We're in a really good position. We have the lethal just at my opponent's orb. And then I can just gem shell into gem shell. Like, one at a time. I can do it at a slow pace. My opponent's already used 2 gem shells. And that is going to be it. That is going to be victory. And we are going to make it to rank 3 at the end of this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a lot better than last time. Last time was a bit hit or miss, I found, with the deck. But, you know, I had another warm-up. I got into rank 5, and now things are looking pretty good. I think overall we had a very good run with this list. Now, I may continue it into the next episode to see how I feel, because I feel this list could take me to God rank, and that is the goal of this series. So yeah, perhaps we just continue on, try and get that God rank over the next couple of episodes with the blue-red gem shell tortoise. But if you do like this deck and you want to see me continue playing it, be sure to leave a comment below. If there are any decks you'd like to see me feature in this series, be sure to let me know as well. Be interested to see what decks you guys are interested in and what you'd like to see me pilot. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, drop a subscribe to keep up to date of when our content goes live. Be sure to give us a video a thumbs up as well to show you appreciate it and, you know, you are enjoying the series. So until next time, guys, take care and enjoy Blue Red Gem Shell.